Chapter 16, Handstand. I'd like to place bugs and hidden cameras in the homes of Deputy Director Generals Kitamura and Detective Superintendent Yagami. But in Japan, that's an illegal violation of human rights. If this gets out, they'll dismantle the task force. I promise you no one will ever find out. Here's okay, what is the probability of Kira being one of the family? 10%, not 5%. Just 5%. It should be at least 50 for that extreme step. Now our investigation hasn't turned up anything close to a suspect so far. Even a probability of 1% is better than that and needs to be scrutinized. Yes, but we're hidden bugs and cameras in Deputy Chief's house and your own. There's got to be other ways. I find it extremely galling to say the least. To have my own family placed under suspicion, so very well go ahead. You have my permission, but if you do this, I insist you go all the way. I want bugs and cameras in the bathrooms, halls, ways, every inch of the house. Nothing is missed. Thank you. That's exactly what I plan to do. Are you sir? Are you serious? Do you understand what that means? Think about your wife and your daughter. Fully aware of what that means. Include the fact that it's meaningless if it isn't done thoroughly. Now just shut up. Sorry, sir. It's okay. I'm sorry too. As a courtesy to Yagami, surveillance of the Yagami household will be carried out by him and myself only. While the rest of you take turns doing the following two people to keep watch over the Kitamura household. One person mans the NPA office, and one person looks through the Yamamoto line security for videos to check if anyone from the Kitamura or Yagami families is in the picture. The bugs and cameras will be placed for 7 days. This period may be shortened or extended depending on the circumstances. In either cases, I'll tell you about it. You have my word. I will not extend it secretly, so that's all right then. Watari, how long will it take to get the bugs and cameras and monitors ready? Starting tomorrow, they can be installed anytime once we know nobody will be home. Good, so we need at least 2 monitoring rooms set up in another hotel. Once the bugs and cameras are in place, we'll move over to that hotel. January 8th. So even though we're still in a recession, the least crime is down, so 2004 started out pretty well. Unfortunately, the killer's murdering spree means the crime rate has actually gone up. But that had an effect of the suppressing and other criminals later night. See, hey, Yamamoto, isn't it too late to send me a New Year's card? Sorry, I only send cards to girls. Guess nobody's home. Like Yagami, according to the person who installed the cameras, he checked if anyone goes into a room while he's gone. Other than that, his room held no suspicion. Let's move into a room. Okay, switching to camera 85. Hey, light, since nobody seemed to be home, how about we play some game of Mario Golf? Light, let's play Mario Golf. You listening? So he is. I didn't realize he went to such lengths. Might there be something in his room that he wants nobody see? Well, considering he is 17, it isn't all that unusual. I've done it myself for no reason at all. On Yagami, I hear your son is interested in the Kira case and following it closely. Have you heard? Have you shared any of your information with him? Of course not. I'd tell my family that I was heading the task force, but I would never, ever divulge confidential police information. Anyway, I've hardly been home since the case started, and when I am there, all I do is sleep. Alright. Where you going, mate? Am I being followed as well? Even out here, I better keep my books real low just in case. Hey, Light, what was the rush? Off. I'm starting to get annoyed. Light, no bugs, I'm just joking. There might be secret cameras hidden around the house, or microphones, probably both actually. Huh, so that's why you were ignoring me. But wait, the paper slip in your door was still there. The paper is a red herring to make people think I'm checking if anyone's into my room. What I really do is check the handle, the door handle. The handle is designed so when you close it, it returns by itself to a horizontal position that's as high as it goes. When I leave my room, I always wait until it does, then lower it about a quarter inch. So before I enter my room, I always lift the handle first before lowering it to open the door. If it doesn't go up, it means someone might have entered my room. But that by itself isn't enough to be sure. I also have a piece of mechanical pedal lens in place. Pedal. Yeah, on top of the upper hinge. After I close the door, I set it so it hardly shows from the outside, but if anyone opens the door, it'll break. Usually I remove it before going in, but today when I came home, it was broken. Oh yeah, so that's what you were doing. The handle and the lead proves that someone was in my room. Sure it wasn't your mom. If it was my mom or sister, they wouldn't notice the paper. The fact that the paper was put back in place is what bothers me. Yeah, that wouldn't be like your mom or your sister for sure. And that's why there might be cameras and bugs in my room. Well, who cares? If they noticed the slip of paper, I know they didn't find the death note because my gas wasn't melted. So what, you're going to buy books on bugging or surveillance to study up on? Sort of. By the way, what about your Apple Reuk, huh? Oh, I could see you, so it doesn't look like anything weird or anything. Right, if there are cameras in the room and people watching it, well, once it's in my belly, nobody will know my mouth, it will be fine. But while I'm holding it, they'll see an apple floating in midair, like I thought. Shinigami don't die, so you won't starve to death. So I can stop giving you apples, right? Just wait a minute, light. For me, apples are like cigarettes and liquor Africans. If I get deprived, I go into a withdrawal. What are your symptoms? I twist my body up like a pretzel, and I do handstands. I'd rather not see that. Right. This link I sent Ella Clue saying cause of death of apples. You did. So if you need to eat apples, you have to check if there's any cameras, and if they're out, find out their locations around the house. Why me? Well, I have to play the part of a serious student getting ready for college entrance exam. You, on the other hand, are free to look all over the house, and the cameras won't see you. Cameras these days are wireless with tiny lenses. They're easy to hide, but if you cover the lens, it can't survey its poster. In other words, they see us, but we see them too. So first, like all the cameras, if you're lucky, there might be a blind spot where you can eat your apples. And if there is no blind spot, I can stand in front of the camera or move something there to block its view. I see. Bugs can be found with a detector, which I could easily buy, but I can't use a bug detector if there are cameras all over the house. So we need to find the cameras, and until we see that they've all been removed, I can't talk to you each other in the house. If all the cameras stay there for a long time, I'll just find one and have my dad remove them. So far, that too, I need to know where they are. I'm not on your side or outside, so, but it might be real hard to go without apples, and even harder to be in your room without talking to you. Thank you, Shinigami. You are a lot more honest than humans. So let's go, Ryuk. Okay. A camera hunt. That sounds like a lot of fun. Death Note, Chapter 17. Trash. Ready, Ryuk? Okay, a camera hunt. That sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, let me ask you one question first. You sure you're the only one who eats barbecue flavored potato chips? Yeah. No, family eats only plain or sour cream and onion. I'm absolutely sure no one else touches barbecue. Okay, I'm home. Trash. This is the last thing I'd imagine my son doing. He's 17. It's only normal, but to me, it looks like he's making a show. I'm saying I was checking if anyone entered my room because I have my book stashed inside like this. Whoops. I'm supposed to be looking for those cameras. Really lucky, don't tell me that my son is a suspect. Yes, he is. I placed bugs and cameras in your house. And the deputy chief, because everyone in both homes is a suspect. Found a camera hidden inside the air conductor. So there are cameras in here, which probably means the room is bugged too. Even if I track down, I won't believe the MPA is on their side, so it was L's idea. I'd say it was how far he hasn't narrowed it down to. Geez, straight by the cover again. At very least, it got to be down to the people Ray Pember was probing, or they wouldn't be doing this. Would that mean they placed cameras in the homes of everyone Pember was investigating? Would they do that? It hardly seems possible. Anyway, he must have narrowed it down further. Stop there. There's no point trying to figure out how many suspects they have. I only need to think and act as if I'm the only suspect on the film right now. It's okay, I prepared all these magazines just in case something like this happened. I was totally ready in advance. Definitely when they carried out such a brief search of the house when they installed the cameras. But it seems they missed all the magazines. He's hiding in there. And I fixed this up camera will keep timing until 3 weeks from now. But I've also shown L the key set time of death. So I'm going up against L by certain clips. The key will be. Oh, yo, there's another one. This one alone is enough to cover your whole desktop. Whether criminals reported in the news now die while I'm under surveillance, and if they do die, I will be watching whether I saw those on the news reports or not. Until now, every criminal reported on the news, I eliminated them the day or the next day at the latest. And if I turn on the TV now, and there's a new criminal on the news, if that criminal dies today or tomorrow, Ellen might suspect me of being Kira. On the other hand, if I never turn on the TV and fresh criminals' crimes are reported in the news during that time, if the perpetrator suddenly stopped dying when I'm not watching TV, then that makes me a suspect as well. But what if I never turn on my TV or my computer, and criminals during that time died while I had no way of gaining information about them? He'd have no choice but to conclude that Light Yagami is not Kira. Because Elle knows that Kira needs to know his victim, what victims look like, and that's all. His victims were shown on TV or the internet. So if I've no access to information for criminals who dying and clean, I'll show you. Lie, it's dinner time. I was to hear lie and find the cameras in your room. I've already found 6. On another music program, watch the news once in a while, saw you. Not when Hideki's on. No way. He's gorgeous. Why don't you like anybody? Thank you, Sayu. If the news were on right now, my whole plan would go down the drain. Elizabeth saying, are the Keith Moores watching the news right now? Yes, the whole family, except the deputy chief, is watching the news. Channel 4 while eating dinner. What did he tell all the stations to run that news special? I'll do it now. Hey, it's the news bulletin. Interpol to send a total of 1,500 detectives from various countries to Japan to solve the Kira case. 1,500 detectives. Wow, there's got to be cameras in this room too. Whether or not the news is true, you ran this because you wanted to see my reaction. Hell, that's the same trick you used the first time. Interpol is so stupid. What's the point if they announce it like this? If they're going to send all those detectives, they should keep it quiet and let them work secretly. Those Brian's who were on a top secret mission, and look what still happened to them. If Kira knows about these guys, he's going to get them for sure. Oh yeah, you're right. Smart as ever, light. That's why I bet it isn't even true. This is just aroused pressure on Kira. But it's pretty obvious, so I bet Kira figured it out too. He's very intelligent. But yes, well, I'm going no way, like you're eating potato chips right after dinner. You're gonna get fat, you know. It's for later. I'm studying till late. I think I found all the cameras. Didn't know Shinigami could get this one out. Oh yeah, that's why I have to tell you where they are and which way they're pointing. It's pretty complicated, so listen up real hard. I don't wanna go through it more than once, okay? Okay, let's get started. So that's 64 cameras in all. Whoever put them there, whoever put them here must expect to find some. I mean, why else would they put so many? I knew it was like L, like when he had no qualms about putting that death row inmate on TV, which when he first challenged me, that guy doesn't know when to stop. So where do I get April? Nowhere, you obviously. Oh yeah, you can't talk to me inside the house, so tell me tomorrow when we're outside. Okay. Got that one right too. From the numbers of cameras in around the room place, I'd say he expects to name me pretty quick, pretty fast. But now that you can tell me what the cameras are, and because I have everything put in place, I can act like a model student preparing for the entrance exams while using the death note to kill criminals who are on the news right now. This won't show on any of the cameras above the side, and my back will block the view of any cameras behind me. So, keep solving equations with my right hand while I reach into the bag with my left, write out one letter of the guy's name, pull a potato chip, and eat it. Each time I eat it, your son has been turned on the CPU computer since dinner. He's studying in the hour. His entrance exams are in less than 10 days. I've written 3 names inside the bag. At least one of them ought to hit the jackpot, which means the criminal I know I could know nothing about will die of a heart attack in 40 seconds. I'm studying all night without even turning on the news, and who's the winner for my alibi? Elle himself. Okay, just a few more to go. But exactly what is watery? A bank employee being questioned for suspected embezzlement. A person actually being held in detention. Both has died of heart attacks. The 9 o'clock news was on tonight. That was the first time their case was reported. It's killed a deputy chief, keep the mother, the wife, and the eldest daughter who watched those news reports. Yagami's wife and daughter were watching a drama at the time. After the drama ended, they turned the TV off and never turned it back on. His son and wife started studying at 7:30 or so and has been doing nothing else all night. Nobody in either family has a cell phone that can receive TV broadcasts. Nobody in the Yagami household sent or received email on their cell phones or computer. You need to know someone's name and face to kill them. So anyone who didn't see the broadcast can't be Kira. My family is innocent. Kira's victims were killed. Today were killed right away for extremely minor crimes. And even though the cameras were only just installed, the Yagami family behavior is so clean it's almost funny. The next morning, lie to you, like, yes mom, it's garbage. I bring any trash you have down to the stairs. Jeez, what a pain. Don't be silly, you're the one who's always saying you don't need to be reminded, okay? Hey, what a beautiful day. And talk about sparking, expenses. You'll be able to just do that for yourself. Didn't miniature camera, miniature LCD TV television cost 39,800 yen.